Hello! Today I'll be doing a video on the Netflix miniseries Behind Her Eyes. A single mom takes a job as a secretary and starts having an affair with her boss while befriending his wife. I didn't like this show. The first two episodes were slow and boring. The husband seems absolutely miserable, and his mopey wife seems desperate for his affection. Then we have a woman who is a single mom who shares custody with her ex, and she's bitter that her ex seems happier without her. None of the characters are particularly interesting. I didn't like the idea of a black woman being the side piece to a failing marriage. The two episodes are just build-ups and character introduction. It was boring and I contemplated turning it off. Episode 3 and 4 is when things got super fascinating. I started to see the potential and possibilities as to where the story could lead to. The mopey wife starts to get creepy, and her desperation for her husband to do as she says takes a whole new level, and I'm liking it. She's basically blackmailing him by playing mind games with others around her, and I wanted to see more of that. I was expecting her to try and turn everyone against him and ruin his life unless he did as he was told, but it comes and goes. They could have pushed it more. Episode 5 was a snore fest and really hard to sit through, especially when they start bringing up the supernatural fantasy elements. The show started to lose me. I didn't like this plot twist. I wanted the show to stick within reality and be a psychological drama involving this three-way. Then the last 10 minutes of episode 6, I was floored at another twist. And this is when I fully embraced the fantasy spirit leaving the body theme the show had going on. This was when it made everything pop. The ending of the show makes me want a season 2. And it's a real shame it took so long to truly get spectacular, because several times I wanted to shut it off. And I almost did during the last episode. Thankfully, I didn't, because the last 10 minutes were the best thing about this. And that glare the lead character gives to her son made my stomach drop. And her son looked so miserable. I felt so bad for him. I give this a 4.5 out of 10 just for episodes 3 and 4 and the last 10 minutes of episode 6. It's a show that could have been so much more. Adele was a good character, and I don't know, I felt like something was missing. She was more of a burden and irritating and kind of bland and one note, more so than an enthralling villain. She was more like an airhead or a child stuck in an adult body. I don't know. I just didn't 100% like the performance. I actually thought Louise, who plays the single mother, she gave a more intricate version of the Adele character after the body switch. And I was starting to think maybe these two actresses should have switched roles, and maybe the black woman should have played the white woman and the white woman should have played the black woman. Maybe the show would have been more interesting. So yeah, I give this a 4.5 out of 10. It had way less good things going on, and for the most part I was bored, and I kept looking at the time to see when each episode would end because it was just really not sucking me in. But the rare times it did suck me in is what would make me interested in a season 2. By the way, I didn't really understand the Rob character. Was he just a gold digger or was he just gay? Or both?